Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, my presentation is about the book. Is it visible to you? I believe no, it's not visible. Okay, that's okay. Let me share my screen. Is the screen visible to you? Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for having me here. Uh, the title, as you can see, it's Transforming Children's Literature Through Cultural Translation Adaptation. And the case which I'm referring to is Patua Pinocchio, which is a special scroll art painting in India, which is a very regional kind of scroll art. So first, I would like to give you a brief introduction about Italian literature because the source text which I'm referring to is Carlo Collodi's, the Italian writer uh, who wrote Le Avventure di Pinocchio, The Adventures of Pinocchio. So, Italian children's literature holds a rich tapestry of stories spanning centuries of narrative traditions and cultural nuances. Works like those of Gianni Rodari, with his whimsical tales and playful language, and adventures of Geronimo Stilton, created by Elisabetta Dami, have captivated young readers worldwide. Among these famous works, there is one classic timeless which represents the heart of Italian storytelling is Le Avventure di Pinocchio, The Adventures of Pinocchio. It was penned by Carlo Collodi in 19th century, and it tells the story of Pinocchio, which is a wooden puppet crafted by the carpenter Geppetto. The tale exemplifies the magic of Italian children's literature as Pinocchio's journey from mischief to maturity has become a global cultural stone, and thanks to the art of the translation. This semantic shift of the adventures of Pinocchio into Patua Pinocchio presented challenges due to the story's colloquial language and specific Italian cultural references. However, this process of cultural translation goes beyond words. It captures the essence of Italian literature, making it accessible and relatable to Indian Bengali audiences. So this on the left hand side, you can see Carlo Collodi's Pinocchio and his transformation into Patua Pinocchio. Now the question arises, what is Patua Pinocchio? Patua Pinocchio is culturally rich adaptation of Collodi's Pinocchio, created by the artist Swarna Chitrikar, which is an who is an artist from West Bengal, India. This version reimagines the classic story through the traditional Indian folk art of Patua scrolls, which are used for storytelling through intricate, vibrant paintings. Patua Pinocchio is not just a textual translation, but a visual and cultural transformation, blending the Italian narrative with the Patwa style, thereby enriching the story with new meanings and contexts. This adaptation offers the readers a unique fusion of Italian literature and Indian visual traditions. Children's literature has historically been dominated by Western narratives, such as those of Brothers Grimm or Hans Christian Andersen. However, there is growing need for stories that reflect a broader spectrum of cultural experiences. Despite the demand, translation of children's books from non-Western languages into English remains scarce. Including diverse cultural narratives is vital for young readers from marginalized or underrepresented communities as it fosters a sense of belonging and self recognition in the story they read. Patua Pinocchio plays an essential role in filling these gaps by presenting beloved classics through an Indian lens. Patua Pinocchio combines Carlo Collodi's abridged tale with Swarna Chitra's vibrant illustrations, offering a uh, fresh representation of this beloved Western fairy tale through the lens of Patua tradition. This unique adaptation emphasizes the distinct storytelling techniques of the Patua, which contribute to its engaging narrative. Chitrakar's artwork exemplifies the traditional Patwa style characterized by bold lines, earthly colors. You can see here how the Pinocchio is represented. Bold lines and wood-like skin and traditional Indian attire, breaking away from the familiar Western image of the character in rompers and a hat. This visual shift not only offers a fresh perspective but also emphasizes the universality of Pinocchio's story. For Indian readers, Pinocchio's mischievous antics are reminiscent of playful behavior of Lord Krishna, a Hindu god, suggesting a shared belief that childhood innocence reflects an innate godliness. This parallel enriches the story, making it more relatable for the local audiences. The book, crafted through a workshop with Patua artists, demonstrates how timeless class fables can be reimagined across diverse artistic traditions. Through sequential visual panels, Chitrakar's adaptation retains the essence of Collodi's narrative while showcasing the potential of indigenous art to revitalize classic stories. This approach engages audiences and transcends language barriers, offering a dynamic example of cultural adaptation in storytelling. Adapting Pinocchio within Patua tradition infuses the story with elements of Bengali folklore and cultural references. Chitrakar's interpretation incorporates motifs that resonates with local audiences, fostering familiarity and connection. This cultural integration preserves the authenticity of Patua art while making Pinocchio relatable and accessible to new readers. Additionally, Patua Pinocchio draws parallels between Pinocchio's mischief and the Lord Krishna, adding depth to the narrative. However, this adaptation received mixed reviews, with some critics noting that stylized action and heavy lines figures occasionally clashed with the text. Patua Pinocchio is an enchanting adaptation of Collodi's classic tale, as I just mentioned, illustrated with Bengali Patachitra style. It reimagines familiar characters through the Indian lens, infusing them with local flavor. In this adaptation, Pinocchio, portrayed as a young boy in traditional Bengali clothing, resembles the mischievous Hindu god, reflecting cultural familiarity. Geppetto is depicted as an elderly Bengali woodcarver, embodies the modest lifestyle of rural artisans, grounding the story in local craftsmanship. The blue fairy style with the Hindu goddess and the talking cricket depicted vividly as Pinocchio attempts to silence them as depth to the narrative. Even the whale that swallows Geppetto is transformed, showcasing intricate patterns reminiscent to mythological creatures. The illustration enhanced the story with the vibrancy of Bengali folk art, turning each character into living embodiment of Pattachitra tradition. The original Adventures of Pinocchio revolves around themes of hard work, education, and moral growth. In Patua Pinocchio, these themes are reinterpreted within Indian cultural framework. The adaptation emphasizes community and family in guiding Pinocchio's moral development, reflecting collectivist values. Pinocchio's missteps not only bring shame to himself but also to the family, highlighting social pressure to reform. Education is crucial in both versions, gain uniquely Indian perspective, focusing on mastering traditional arts and knowledge. Pinocchio's transformation into a real boy becomes a metaphor for the soul's liberation from material temptation, incorporating elements of Indian philosophy. By blending Collodi's tale and rich colors and traditions of Indian folk art, Patua Pinocchio creatively enriches the story, allowing the mischievous puppet's quest to resonate across cultural boundaries while offering uniquely Indian insights. Patua Pinocchio is a powerful example of empowerment and representation in children's literature. Through Patua Pinocchio, Chitrkar reimagines Pinocchio with dark skin and delicate jewelry, challenging Western perceptions of the character. This visual transformation allows children from diverse backgrounds to see themselves in classic tale. The book also highlights the importance of indigenous art in mainstream publication. The publisher, known for promoting local artists and traditional storytelling, Patua Pinocchio elevates Patua painting, ensuring its preservation for future generations. Moreover, the story retains the core themes of Collodi's original. Collodi, Pinocchio's desire to become human, his struggles with temptation and deceit, and his ultimate redemption. This shows that great stories can transcend linguistic boundaries. Patua Pinocchio resonates with audiences of all ages by blending the universal themes of original story with the visual charm of the Patua tradition. This adaptation bridges cultural divides, captivating a diverse audience through vibrant retelling of beloved classic. By merging Pinocchio's journey to become a real boy with the rich Patua scroll painting style of West Bengal, the book transforms the tale into a striking work of art. Chitrakar's bold illustrations, featurely earthy colors, and distinct Patwa style invites reader into a familiar yet fresh world. The stylized depictions of Pinocchio and other characters may surprise those accustomed to Western interpretation, but encourage a new perspective to the story. The book encourages visually, emotionally, and intellectually prompting reflection on shared human experience such as innocence, the consequence of choices, and transformative power of love. Ultimately, Patua Pinocchio exemplifies the magic of storytelling lies in its ability to adapt and resonate across cultures, inspiring and uniting audiences worldwide through its bold artistic vision and commitment to universal themes. In conclusion, we can say that this study highlights the importance of cultural adaptation in making Italian children's literature like Pinocchio accessible worldwide. The successful transformation of Pinocchio into Patwa Pinocchio demonstrates the value of understanding cultural nuances and adapting storytelling techniques for the target audiences. By integrating Bengali folk art and empowering characters, Patwa Pinocchio fosters cross-cultural understanding and appreciation. The research underscores need to consider the cultural context and age-appropriate language in translation, enhancing reader engagement. Ultimately, the study suggests that cultural adaptation deepens appreciation of original works and recommends further exploration of its role in promoting global understanding of the children's literature. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sandal.